Hi there, my name is John Morey, and I am a local investor here in North Alabama. I am here today because I would like to share with you something that I believe is very important. I love teaching, and I'm going to show you what I'm about to teach you here. This is called seller financing. This is a very overlooked method. This should be another way that you should consider if you, the homeowner, is looking to sell a house. So, sorry, let's go into the details on this. So, but first, here's my disclaimer. This is for information only. I am not providing any investment advice, legal advice, or tax advice. Always consult with your professional. All right, so, but this is just another method that you should consider of using. The two most common ways that people sell, they either use a real estate company or they sell it themselves. And either way is fine. Both have the advantages and disadvantages, of course. But we are not going to do a deep dive on that here. We're just going to talk about seller financing. This method or tool is really underused. It's amazing how most people don't even care or don't know about this. And sometimes, really, it's even frowned upon, which I really don't understand. But yes, it is not for everyone. So I want to make that clear. It's not for everybody. Your situation will dictate whether this is a good thing for you or not. All right. I just want to make that clear. Many times this is presented by a potential buyer. Unfortunately, because there's a lack of information or knowledge on how this works, the seller will turn it down almost immediately. I say this time and time again. So there's that saying, the lost or confused always says no. Yes, that is very true here. Many agents don't understand this either, and this is a fact. So the first thing they say, especially when it's presented to a seller, right? Oh, I don't think, I mean, actually, sometimes it's not even presented to a seller. They say, oh, I don't think the seller will do that. Well, that's the agent's opinion, not the seller's. This is a huge mistake, also. This is a potential sale lost. So the agents that are out there, please don't disregard this. Watch this if you're an agent, and you'll learn a lot. So this is a potential sale that's lost, like I said. This method is best used when the market is cold. So during a seller's market, this doesn't really work very well. However, when houses are having, to stay on the market for a long time, consider this. You'll be able to sell it a lot faster. So let's go right into the methodology, okay? So let's dig in. So before we continue, I would like to warn you, please keep an open mind. Don't just shut this down, keep an open mind. So stay to the end. So let's just get informed about this. Don't knock it, okay? Please don't knock it. I said earlier, this is not for everyone, but it could be for you depending on your situation, right? So let's begin with my definition. My definition is seller financing is a process where the seller of a property becomes the bank for the buyer. This is also called owner financing or seller carryback financing. In essence, just like the bank, right? The seller will provide the financing for the property. The biggest benefit of this method really is flexibility. Everything's negotiable. In this particular situation, this is very true. The terms can be set up in so many ways. It's pretty much endless. You just have to create a way for a win-win situation. There's no cookie cutter way, and there's no template for this. So you could arrange this to however you want. And there are several types, of course, of seller financing that is very creative. However, we're just going to concentrate on properties that are free and clear. And like for example, when you own your own, say you own a mortgage on the property, well, that's a different topic. So we're not going to look at that. However, we're just going to concentrate on properties that are free and clear. So I have run into so many folks that have properties that they have inherited, but really don't want it. It's just sad that people get these properties, but then they don't want it. Some of them have owned properties for years and years, and it's just sitting there rotting away. One nail is holding it together, and they're still holding on to this thing, and it's just not doing anything. You know, and some of these people, they're still paying taxes on it. They're still cutting the grass. And then there's other properties out there that has become a burden to the owner. So if this is you, you are a great candidate for this. All right. And I'm going to go into all the different reasons why you should consider this here in a minute. And even sometimes, you might have a house, two houses, three houses that you have payments on that you really just can't afford anymore. Well, you know what? This is a, a good one for you. But of course, that's a different kind of seller financing, and we'll talk about that at another time. All right, so let's go ahead and dig into this. Why you should consider doing this seller financing method. Please do pay attention. This might be for you. You never know. You will, in most cases, get your asking price. I want you to think about that. All the ones that we have done this with, the seller got the selling price they wanted. That's no joke. Second, it widens your pool of potential buyers. This is critical. There are plenty of people out there that have money. They just can't go to the regular bank, right? So look at this. Even like the self-employed people, they have money. Some of them have good businesses, but when they go to the bank, for whatever reason, the banks, they just love the people with a W-2. It's hard for them to process somebody that is self-employed, is making money, but doesn't have a W-2. It's hard for them to qualify that, which I've never understood. So that's the truth. This also could help with your tax situation. The best thing to do is talk to your CPA or your tax accountant or your tax attorney. Talk to them about that, because that's a possibility. So here's number 4. This could serve as an income stream for you over time. This makes a lot of sense. Okay, most of you that take cash offers, most of the time, they spend it all in just a few months. Sometimes in days, that money that they got at closing, it's gone. That's really mind-boggling to me. So, but the folks that have done this with us love it for this reason. They get a check every month. It is way better than being a landlord and collecting rent. This is a mortgage payment. It's not a rent payment. I think this is huge. It's a really big reason why you should do this method. You are not a landlord. Please listen to that. You are not going to be a rent landlord. This is huge. If you ever had a mortgage, you know that when that HVAC goes out, you cannot call the bank and for them to fix it, right? That's the biggest difference between being a landlord and rent out the property versus being the bank. When you're the bank, no tenant headaches. That is really good. Number 6, your property will sell faster. So this ties in with number 2. And yes, you will stand out. You will stand out because not many offer this. Very little. If you go out there and look, very little offer this. Probably what? Maybe 0.1%, maybe if that, of the listings that are out there, hardly anybody offers this. So this, like I said, this ties into number 2 earlier. So many folks are looking for this. This is an untapped pool of buyers. There's plenty of people that you can tap onto. Number 7, this method is relatively safe. Nothing is foolproof, right? There's always risk in everything. So just remember that there's always risk in everything. But of course, there's things that we can put in place to protect you, the seller. You have to be protected. And number 8 is this is great for those properties that you have that are hard to sell. You do have a choice, either take cash or seller financing, but with seller financing, you do get more, but of course over a period of time. So like I said, cash offers, they do have their place, but it's all about your situation, not anybody else's, your situation. So I'm teaching this because so many of your sellers miss out on a great opportunity to sell the property faster and to have an income stream. That's really why I wanted to show you this, is because of the income stream. So there you have it. So watch the video many times so that you can understand the reasons are outlined here. This is a method that you really should consider. So if you want to know more, I'm sure you have quite a few questions. Please don't hesitate to call. Call 256-469-3099. Talk to John Morey. That's me. I don't mind helping. We will be more than happy to talk to you. We are here to help. So again, call. Let's talk about your situation. Okay, so here's my information on the screen. Here it is one more time. This seller financing, that you should really consider this method right here, because it will help you with your situation. Thank you very much for watching and listening. Again, call 256-469-3099 and talk to John Morey.